especially in these last days.
You are now listening to a collaboration of artists singing the song Rise, featuring myself, Carmolina, Reggae Artist Yahmeek, soul singer Sherlyn Whitaker, and Ras Baba, also known as Steve.
To the highest level, my people in this time, rise now. The most I loving is so divine. Rise now. The most I is calling us all mankind.
How amazing it would be.
You are listening to the voice of the singer Carmolina.
Together, we'd be a nation, unstoppable forever. All we need to do is rise. Yah is our prize. Now is the time. There's no
Me, Sherlyn, Baba Free, and Yahmeek, we had this idea to sing this song Rise in hopes to raise unity in the world. And this video / slideshow is just an overview of my experience of being in Ghana with artist Yahmeek. Yahmeek was there to film his video, Head Above the Water, and I was there just getting random footage for different things that I wanted to use. It was a great experience, and I want to share with the world, you know, what Africa is really about. And I have never been to a country or to a land that's just full of so much love, and it's genuine love, not just love like, oh, give me a hug and a kiss, but people are really loving and caring. They respect one another, they help one another. Africa is really what the world should be like. I'm also hoping to get rid of a lot of the negative stereotypes that comes with Africa. You know, every time you mention to someone anything about Africa, you know, they say something sarcastic or something negative pops out of their mouth, and it's just really crazy how this one continent just has so many negative outlooks from the world, and people have forgotten that our first technologies such as planes came from Africa. Nobody talks about it, nobody puts it in the history books, but you know, the scientists and the great explorers in the world have all written this in their books, and the proof is still laying there in Africa. Also, our first mathematics, astrology, everything came from Africa and was stolen from Africa and helped the other nations in the world to build themselves. As a matter of fact, I was just reading a book recently called The Ancient Alien Question, and the author of this book was mentioning that, you know, the first civilizations in the world that had all the knowledge were the brown and the black people. So it's like, why can't everybody know that? Present day Africa is a wonderful place and very cheap, full of loving people, great food. It's just a variety of culture. In this song Rise, you know, the reason why I wanted to sing my part and why I was saying how amazing it would be if we all came together. What I mean by that is not, you know, I just want us to all get together and to be the same, or what everyone is calling today globalization. I was also speaking of, you know, let's stay diverse. Let's respect one another for who we are. Everybody in the world does not have to be like the West, to be intelligent or any of those things. We need to get rid of this inferior mentality that the people in the world who believe that they're superior have. And they like to paint this grand picture that all the people in the world outside the West are inferior. So I'm here at a gentleman's house that just met here in Ghana, who's also African American, who has returned to the motherland, and if he could give us some insight as to why he returned.
Well, coming to Africa, it only took one trip, and one trip was enough to know that this is where I want to spend the rest of my life. To leave America took some time, mainly just to get finance and everything in place. But I knew all along, 10 years, to really be here permanently. And I have not regretted. I've been here 4 years, and I have regretted not one day of living here. And do not want to go back to America.
What is the slogan?
My slogan, a bad day in Africa is better than a good day in America.
Can you show us some of your land? Because a lot of African descendants have the impression that in Africa they don't have houses, or there's no beauty in the motherland. So if you would mind showing us.
One of the things I would say, people that believe that think that we can live in 200,000.
Yep.
And, you know, we're not living in no tree house.
No, he's not.
And you can look behind you. We're sitting on the Gulf of Guinea, better known as America, as the Atlantic Ocean. We're 20 feet away. I can only afford beachfront property here because I couldn't afford it in Florida and along the eastern coast or the west coast in America.
Right.
Here I can afford it, live comfortably, and main thing, I'm with my people.
You're with your people, yes,
I'm
sir.
with our people.
Hallelujah.
And that's what it's about with me.
And this is a witness to how our people could live if they come back to the motherland. And it's like Mr. Elston said, it would not be possible to have a property like this in America. I mean, it wouldn't be possible. Look at how beautiful we could be living if we return to the motherland. He has the Atlantic Ocean behind his home. This is all his backyard, the Atlantic Ocean, where they sold millions of our ancestors and sent them to the four corners of the earth. He is living peacefully. It's clean.
Expensive though.
He's very happy. Property is. He has palm trees in his yard, lots of coconuts.
What was I saying?
You were saying that there's
First of all,
too much male domination, that the man needs the woman at the side, not carrying water.
in the world today, there's too much male domination. Probably because of the propaganda and probably because of women themselves. A lot of women in the United States don't want to take the lead. It's already asked. But over to Shaka wrote a book called The African Mother Principle of Male and Female Equality. And his basic premise was, in a just society, male and female are equally empowered to govern.
Yes. Yes.
That means that in all these societies, like in Africa, we need the woman to step to the plate because we will never get anywhere that we need to be. Like freedom, independence, if our women are not equal and right next to us, right with us. Because we need everybody to be on the same page in order to get where we need to get.
Yes, sir. And it's not true. There is no inferior race or a superior race, and people need to stop comparing other people's countries to their own. You know, everybody has a different mentality, a different culture, and that's what makes the world go round and makes the world diverse. And the world would be such a better place if everybody were to accept that and understand that I love the world and I love people and I love diversity. And before we can even unite, we need to first learn how to accept each other as we are. and stop trying to make the world become this one global village, having the same mentality, having the same architecture, the same everything. That's not what we should want in the world. What we should want is unity amongst each other for, who we are as ourselves. And then we could unite. So you are listening to Carmolina, the artist, and it was a pleasure to speak with you all about my views and my experience in Ghana. I will never forget it. I met a lot of great people, a lot of loving people, not even just in Ghana, but all the countries I've been in Africa. I really hope that someday that the African descendants or the African diaspora in the world will unite, and that someday we will be able to go back to the motherland and build it up. I mean, not that it's already built up, but what I mean is for us to come together and unite. I use the wrong word. Some people think if you say build it up, that Africa is in rumbles and crumbs and rocks everywhere. And that's not what I mean. What I mean is, for us to come unite, accept that, just because you may be African American or Afro-Latino or Afro-Asian, that you're not African. The thing is, if you're black, you're from Africa or brown, or you know what I mean. And there's nothing wrong with that. And yeah, we've been branched out to the four corners of the earth, and we've changed, and there is a such thing as Afro-Asian, Afro-Latino, African-American, but the thing that only really separates us really is just our language. And people just have forgotten that also. Just because you speak English doesn't mean that you're English, or you speak Spanish, or you're from Spain, or whatever. It's just a language. But the thing is that we come from one root. And I embrace that, and I love that, and we should never forget, where we come from and how we got where we are today. Because, our ancestors...
Now I have to go back to Europe, but it's okay. I'll be back in Africa